Hello. I could eat about 1.5 million of these.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Welcome to the It's a Drama podcast.
Daddy, I love him.
My mother thanks you.
If you can't say something nice.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Hello and welcome to It's a Drama podcast. I am Liz, founder and creator of It's a Drama blog, and this is...
Sunny. I'm 18 and I still live with my parents.
And you're still going to be saying it for years and years, aren't you, Sunny? Because you're going to be one of those little weird boys who live with their parents when they're about 32.
Yep, and you'll be one of those weird mums that won't let me go.
No, actually, you've got me completely wrong there, actually, Sunny.
Okay.
You know, I've never said... Anyway, come on, that's another story for another podcast, but please don't ever think that I'm sitting here going, although I don't want you to go really. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about New Zealand, actually not just New Zealand, the Southern Hemisphere at Christmas time,
Yep.
compared to the Northern Hemisphere, because we are British and we have experienced both.
Snow and sun.
Yeah. And the big thing when I told people we were emigrating in the UK, the big thing, even though it's just one day, they would turn around and go, oh, no, what about Christmas? I don't know if I could stand it, Christmas in the sun, barbecue on the beach.
Yeah, flip-flops instead of snow boots, shorts instead of
Yeah, and it really
jeans.
gets to them. And you know what? That is quite a deciding factor, whether people want to move here or not,
Yeah.
is whether they can stand Christmas
In the sun.
in the sun. So go on then, what's the best? Christmas in the sun or Christmas? Well, first of all, tell us what New Zealand's like at Christmas.
Happy. It's like Christmas in Hawaii, isn't it? So
I've never been to Hawaii.
Well, it's the song. How does it go? Merry Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a... It's like that everywhere. You know, you go down to the beaches and there's people swimming with their new surfboards. No. There's people surfing with ribbons on their surfboards. No, there's not. But, new surfboards. It's great. I love it. Yeah. And then there's Christmas in the snow, which is freezing. You can't go outside. I think Christmas in the snow would have been great when you got nutcrackers and wooden horses for your Christmas presents and wooden soldiers and you played inside. But, nowadays kids are getting Nerf guns and super soakers. Well, they were. And, electric scooters.
Nerf guns are a bit 2000-ish, aren't they?
And, electric scooters and...
No, kids don't get electric scooters.
Well, some of them do,
It's just that you want one and you're trying to make out that people get them so you can make me feel bad.
But yeah, no. Christmas in New Zealand is just a happy, warm time to be with your family. Yeah.
I think Christmas in New Zealand is... It feels more like the beginning of the summer holidays.
It is.
Which it is, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's when the school holidays break up for summer. They're off for 2 months and it's Christmas and everyone is in a good mood. I want to say that Christmas in New Zealand isn't as commercialised as the Northern Hemisphere.
No, it's not, is it?
No.
It's weird because you don't see any postcards of a Kiwi man, on the beach with his, flip-flops. You always see Santa sitting in his rocking chair next to snow falling outside the window,
Oh, right.
They commercialise it, but they commercialise it to the Northern Hemisphere's Christmas.
Yeah.
I've never gotten a Christmas card here of, summer things. It's always been winter Christmas cards. And any pictures you see in shops will have snow on them, Like the Spark shop, when they sell their iPhones, they've got Santa, Santa's coming. Even the shop that I work in, the music shop, is got frosting snow on the sign at the bottom. So it's
It'd be a bit weird though, wouldn't it, if it was it's a bit of sand.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, here comes Santa, look, sweating to death in his red suit.
But yeah, no, it's very, very...
So what can people expect then? If they come to New Zealand, should we do pros and cons?
Yep.
Okay, go on then.
Pros are there's nice weather and nobody doesn't like nice weather. You can swim in the river in your new swimming trunks. Good food. A lot of the food is in season. You know, all the vegetables are fresh. You know, strawberries is one thing.
Strawberries is massive. So you'll
strawberries
have,
is fresh.
yeah. And so like pavlova is a massive
Yeah,
kiwi.
I've never had pavlova, but yeah.
Sonny, you have had pavlova.
I've heard a lot about pavlova, but I'm not really a
Pavlova is
fan.
meringue.
Is it?
Yeah. That's all it is. It's just meringue, I think.
Yeah, I have no idea what pavlova is.
Isn't it meringue and cream and strawberries?
I think that's Eaton's mess.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Bloody hell. It should be called Eaton's mess then.
I think pavlova's like lots of different fruits, like kiwi fruit, strawberry.
Oh, is
and
it?
Like mango and stuff. And, but yeah, no. So the cons, well, those were the pros. Good food.
Hang on. We've
What?
only done the sun and the good food.
Yeah, so good
What
food.
else?
The sun.
Yeah. I can think of one.
What?
No one gets depressed on Boxing Day.
I do, because I've got to work.
Yeah,
I was
well,
just told by my boss that we're going to be opening on Boxing Day.
Yeah, but normal people, not you, who's
Yeah.
just a little misery guts. Normal people don't get depressed on Boxing Day because they're excited. The
Good
kids
sales.
are off. Yeah, the sales. By the way, when I said commercialised, I just meant like I don't think people spend as much here. Like when we
Oh,
went to
okay.
America last year, we went travelling around the world last year for a year,
Yeah.
and we spent Christmas in upstate New York, didn't
Mm-hmm.
we? And it was divine. It was snowy and cold, and the house we stayed in was just like
Yeah.
something out of a film, wasn't it?
Like
It was
a little doll's house.
just beautiful. Yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better
Family Christmas.
family Christmas. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just gorgeous. But I felt as if like there was a need to spend money. And I don't
Yeah.
get that feeling here. Do you? Well, maybe you don't know because you don't really spend much
You
money.
don't, because it doesn't feel. See, he's going to go against everything I've said. It doesn't feel like Christmas as such. You don't feel like, there's a need. Like, when it's cold, the only thing to do is to go out and buy Christmas presents, When you're down at the beach and you're having fun, it's like, the last thing you want to do is go and buy a Christmas present.
Yeah.
Which makes it sound bad, but it's not, because you still get that feeling on Christmas Day, and, and you've got your tree up.
Yeah.
It still feels like Christmas. It's just a completely, for anyone that hasn't done it, they probably can't imagine what it's going to be
I
like.
know, that's what I'm trying to think like, is like, if you've never spent a Christmas in the sun.
It's like sitting in your family room with all the windows open and the doors open, with the breeze blowing your Christmas tree's little leaves, and the hot breeze. It's like that, isn't it, really?
While we're talking about Christmas trees,
Mm.
there's one of my gripes. I can't stand New Zealand Christmas trees. Can't stand them.
You ever had a good one?
Not really. They're lovely when you first cut them, and then they just droop.
Yeah.
And like it
Maybe
just
that's
looks
just our lack of watering them.
No, it isn't, Sunny, because I've tried everything. I've put sugar in it and all the rest of it, and I water it every day. You cut them down. What is it, Bri? It's because you're cutting them.
It's the spring.
It's in the spring, yeah, and they've got all their new growth, haven't they? All right, you've said enough now, Bri.
Yeah.
You've
Back to the screen monitoring.
You said 2 words. Now turn back round. And but yeah, you cut the tree. Oh, I love that. I'd never found that anywhere in England.
What's that? Cutting your own tree?
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. Well, you don't just go and cut some random tree down. There's like lots and stuff that you go to, and they've got them all in like rows that they've grown specifically for Christmas trees. They'd hate you now that you've said that. These people that spend all years growing Christmas trees. I hate Christmas trees. New Zealand Christmas trees.
No, I didn't. All right, then I didn't mean I hate them. Sorry, I don't mean I hate them.
You just don't like them. They're not very good.
No.
Something about the sap growing up, wasn't it, or something? Sap growing down because of the spring.
I don't know. What?
Well, in the winter, the sap goes down to the roots, so when you cut it, it's not so susceptible as when you cut a growing tree
Yeah.
with spring growth on it.
Oh, I feel really bad now because it's going to make me. Why did you say that? Like,
Tell a story about the lady on the bike.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are in New Plymouth and you want to find a fantastic Christmas tree, we turned up at this farm, didn't we? And this little lady turned up on her bike and she's like, "Oh, you here for a Christmas tree?" That's my Kiwi accent. Hang on. You here for Christmas? You here for a Christmas tree, love? No, hang on.
Yeah. You here for a Christmas tree? And then we went, oh, they're over here. And then we went over there and we were like, oh, they're not very big. And she went, oh, you want a big one? So then she took us all the way over to the other side. And she's like, these are my big ones. And they were big, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They were
massive,
lovely.
yeah. But they were all bent. A bit like bent at the base and stuff. So we had to like... That's the thing, is every time we've got them, our father our sound man, has had to spend hours trimming the bass so that it
don't
fits
we know it? Don't
into
we
the
bloody know it? Every year, I dread it, to be honest.
fits into the thing.
Yeah, I dread it.
We have quite a big van, but that looked like something like the Griswold.
Yeah, but do you know what, Brian? Maybe that's why I've got this thing about
People are
Christmas
laughing
trees.
at
Is
how big it was.
yeah, but you make this big song and doesn't he, Sonny? Makes this big song and dance about how it doesn't fit in the front room and it's not going to fit the holder and now I'm going to have to.
Well, one time when he
shave
was
it.
away, that
Sorry,
time,
Bob, it's
do you remember
true.
that? When he was away and we went and
Yeah.
got our own Christmas tree and we smashed the prized fairy that we've had for years.
Yeah, and put a hole in the roof.
Well, at least there was no moaning. But so anyway, yeah, I don't mean I don't like Christmas trees, but in England, I can only say in England because that's the only
Yeah.
place that I've ever bought another Christmas tree. But they have these gorgeous. Are they like pine or?
They're fir trees, aren't they?
I don't know. What are they, Brian?
Christmas trees, fir
Yeah,
trees.
just proper Christmas trees, and they're all upright and sticky out, and
Yeah.
you put a bauble on there, and it stays on there, and it's like all
You've
just.
smashed many baubles.
But you buy a Christmas tree in New Zealand, and I don't mean to be mean, but it's like within
Droopy.
2 days, it's just the ends just go like this, and I'm doing like downward turns with my hands now, like sort of like that, and yeah.
So yeah, Christmas trees. Is that so? That's a
So the answer to that is
con
get
for you?
artificial.
Oh, okay.
Get an artificial one.
Well, that's what we're going to do this year, and then we'll get back to you on how that went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be as nice when you go to smell the Christmas tree.
Oh no.
That's the thing is when you come home and the fire's never lit in the summer. You come home and the heat from the outside has heated up the room and it smells like a Christmas tree.
Yeah,
you know?
it does. Yeah.
And there's nothing like brushing the pine needles off your present in Christmas Day.
Scooter.
Yeah, electric scooter. But yeah, no, Christmas trees are completely different.
So that was one of my cons.
Yeah.
So actually, it's a pro and a con. The pro is cutting it down and
Yeah.
the whole thing of that. I love that the Kiwi. There's no at the moment. There's no health and safety, so they just give you
Hacksaw.
They give you a hacksaw, don't they? And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, go on then, off you go and cut
Yeah.
the tree down. It's just lovely, isn't it?
It's great. It's freedom.
Yeah, and then you have to put up with, like I say, Brian moaning everything about it won't fit in the van, blah blah blah, and then you get home, put it up, and then that would be my con. Is just like, oh, that's a bit droopy, even though I've watered it.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scrooge.
So, and I think this is a little bit of a con as well. I don't want to be a moaning Minnie, but it's light at night, isn't it? And you can't see the lights on the Christmas tree.
Yeah. The only time you kind of see is when you come in 1 o'clock in the morning to get a drink, and
Yeah.
you see it and you're like, oh, that looks nice.
Or you close all the curtains, but it's so hot outside, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. That's another thing, I suppose, is the daylight. Is you want to watch Christmas films, but you have to wait till 10 o'clock at night to watch a Christmas film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think aside of that, the biggest plus for me is everyone's mood
Yeah.
after Christmas as well, Exactly
Yeah.
like you said, the build up, no one's like, oh, what have you got? Who's got this and who's got, because everyone's just too busy enjoying.
But it's great because you don't just look forward to Christmas.
I know, yeah.
This time of the year, you also look forward to swimming and, beaches and hot weather and, stuff like that.
What would you have on Christmas Day for your dinner? Do you know what we normally have?
We normally have... What do we normally have?
Oh, go on, I'm asking you.
Can't remember.
You've only had
Hold on.
18 Christmases. Can you remember one?
Well, we go to our grandma's, don't
No.
we? Oh, okay. I have no idea. What do we normally have?
You can't remember what we have on Christmas Day?
Oh, no.
Okay, so we normally have like those big prawns on the barbecue.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And just like bits and bobs like chicken
Yeah.
and bits of steak and just
Yeah.
barbecue stuff and
Yeah.
salads and
Really do have a barbecue.
this year, without doubt,
Yeah.
I am having slow roast belly pork
Okay.
and I'm having gratin potatoes.
All to yourself, or are you going to share?
No, I'm going to share, but that's what I'm having this year. I don't care if it's blazing hot outside, that's what I'm having.
Yeah.
Maybe a few honey roast carrots.
Okay, fair enough.
So what else can people expect? Is that it?
They can expect everything's in bloom, I suppose, because all the flowers are nice,
Yeah,
because they've just
yeah.
had spring. All the pakuta are out with the nice
Oh,
red.
yeah.
So there's like the sea of red when you look at the beaches, you look up and there's all the pahuta trees are out. Which
Tell
is
people
like
what is it?
pahuta.
Pahuta tree.
So they're just known as the New Zealand Christmas tree because they come out at Christmas. They come out in the summer, but it times perfectly with Christmas. So it's all like the nice red decorations as such, quote unquote decorations. So yeah, that's a nice thing, is the nice Christmas trees.
The nice Bhuta
Yeah,
cow
nice
trees.
Bhuta cow Christmas trees, yeah.
They are gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I would say. I would just say it's a really nice feel, and
The kids are off as well,
Yeah, everyone's
you
just
haven't
in a
got
good
that
mood.
whole thing about, I'm going back in 2 weeks, I'm going back in 6 weeks.
I know. The thing I didn't like, I mean, you won't know about this, but the thing I hate about Christmas at home in England, back home, I still say back home, England back in England.
Back in England.
Yeah, is like, and I don't want to keep going on about it, but maybe it was just our financial state. But honestly, you'd get to like New Year, maybe you'd stretch it out to New Year, and then it would just hit you, A, how much money you'd spent.
Yeah.
B, the fact that you had 4 months of dark, cold months ahead of you, or maybe 3 months, and it was just, it just felt horrible. And that is the biggest thing that I love here, is just, I don't know, it's almost like a dose of happiness. It's just Christmas happiness, you just...
Sees you through.
Yeah, it does, because you've got Christmas, and then, like you say, you've just got ahead of you, you've got that big holiday and the big summer, and...
Yeah.
So that is the real force. So, yeah.
Yeah. So there's our pros and cons.
Yeah. And so if you are thinking of...
Well, to sum it up then. So nice weather, nice food, nice trees, nice atmosphere. The cons are Christmas trees. Not very nice Christmas trees.
I'm just having a chocolate almond.
Yeah.
Would you like one?
No, it's all right. You have those.
Go on, Sonny.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, the cons are Christmas trees.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Oh, no, and the fact that you can't see the telly screen because it's too bright.
All right. So, no snow. That doesn't bother you? It doesn't bother us anyway in here, Taranaki, because you can see snow on the mountain.
Yeah. But I've got to say, last year when we went to upstate New York...
You like the snow?
Oh, I loved it, Sonny.
Hockey games and...
I know. And it was like, it wasn't just snow, it wasn't just like dirty snow that you get, like, a bit of messy, dirty snow that we used to get.
It was powdery.
Oh, it was just
crisp.
Gorgeous, wasn't it?
Snowball snow.
It was real.
We went
and you went
sledding
sledging
and
everything. Is it sledding or sledging?
Sledding.
You went sledding.
Sledge.
Yeah, sledging.
Sledding is how the Americans say it. Sledding.
Yeah, but you're not American, you're British.
Yeah, but we're in America.
No, we're not in America, we're in
We
New
were
Zealand.
in America.
All right then.
Yeah.
Okay, so sledding.
Yep.
And yeah, it was just... that was great.
Yeah. It was a Christmas card Christmas.
So to sum it up, if you could have either one...
Which would it be?
Right now, which one would it be?
I can see a map of the world, which is quite good because it gives me an idea of what I'm looking at. I'm gonna have to say for this year, what I would do is I'd go for a New Zealand Christmas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, is that because you've had your hair dyed blonde and you want to get down the beach and strut your stuff?
Yep.
Because you have had your hair dyed blonde.
I have had my hair dyed blonde, yep. Blonde,
Okay, and I would say, blonde. I would say I'm going to go for... I think I'm going to go for New Zealand Christmas. Yeah, I am, yeah. Simply because the garden is just coming out and...
Grass needs cutting.
No,
that's the downside, is the grass needs cutting. Once a week.
Yeah, you've got to make sure it's done, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Whereas at least in the Northern Hemisphere, you can just
leave the grass.
You just leave the garden full stop, don't you? Just like,
It's all frozen and dead.
Yeah, but here you have to take care of the garden and make sure. Yeah, but that's all part of the decorations.
Yeah, it's all part of the experience.
And I think this year, I think we should really go to board on our outside lights, and just put some nice.
Who's going to put those up?
What do you think?
Soundman.
Moaning Minnie in the corner. Right, okay, we're going to say goodbye now because...
Yeah, we've spoken enough about Christmas.
Yes. What are you saying?
He's saying we have to speak more because it's only 18 minutes long.
Oh, God, that's all right.
Too short.
Yeah, way too short.
Well, have you got anything else to say about Christmas? Actually, a lady did say to me... No,
you're not speaking.
No, you're not speaking.
No part in this.
Actually, Brian is going to be coming on the podcast because someone has requested that we talk about what it was like to emigrate to New Zealand. And I can't do that with you, Sonny, because you didn't, you were just a little baby.
Yeah, I just had to go to a school where I didn't understand anyone. I was crying.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand their language.
I know. I remember picking you up from school and you were crying your eyes out. And I said, what's the matter? And you went, I don't understand what they're saying.
I don't think I was that pompous.
Yes, you was. You
I don't understand what they're saying, Mummy.
You're a little pompous boy. And I said,
Why is it warm at Christmas?
oh, yes. Why has Santa got sandals on?
You're going to talk about Christmas in the bowl.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yes.
Christmas at the Bowl.
Yes, let's just have a quick plug for
Smiling
Tara.
smugly over there.
Yeah, well done, Brian. Christmas at the Bowl in Taran. If ever you come to New Zealand, the only place to spend Christmas in New Zealand is Taranaki, where we live, which is on the west coast of the North Island. I think I've told you that before. Tell them about the bowl, Sonny.
So
I'll have some tea.
it's basically a big bowl in the middle of Brooklands Park. So you stand, it's like, how would you explain it?
Brooklands Park is massive for a start, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's as big as Central Park?
Oh, tiny. It's like the bathroom at Central Park. But what do you call it? Do you call it an amphitheatre? Would you call it like that?
Yeah, it's like a big curved out into the side of the hill
it's like a semicircle, not a semicircle, like a half moon in shape, with the stage at the flat bit, and then the curve is where everyone sits. It's just like a big bowl, half bowl in the ground, with like the stage across like a little lake, sitting in the middle of a lake, and making it sound way grander than it is.
No, it is. It is.
And everyone kind of just sits there. Hundreds of thousands of people, probably not hundreds of thousands, but thousands of people, sit there with their candles, and they sing songs and they bring picnics, and the kids go and play on the tree thing. There's like a load of trees that they go and play in. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun, there's never any violence or anything.
Free entertainment,
it's always nice.
A whole night's free entertainment.
Yeah.
And
well, it's $1 gold coin donation, isn't it, to get in?
And the whole park is lit up. And the park is big. I mean, I don't know how big it is, but it's big. It's
reasonably sized, yeah.
Sonny, it's more than reasonable.
It'd take you about half an hour to walk around the whole thing.
Well, you reckon?
Yeah.
All right then. So the whole park is lit up by all these gorgeous lights, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Festival of Lights.
Yeah. And every night throughout the whole of January, they have entertainment, they have open air cinema, bands, films. Oh, it's just gorgeous, and it's all free.
Yeah.
So if ever you want to come to New Zealand around Christmas time and you're here for January, you've got to come to Taranaki and experience that, because it's the best, isn't it?
It's great, yeah.
Yeah.
Loads of fun.
So, shall we leave it at that then?
Well, how long have we got? Well, we've been going for 22 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's long enough, because we usually do 20. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Someone messaged me and said, please will you make your podcast longer?
Nope. No, we won't. Maybe.
You know what? I have a hard enough time dragging Sonny to the
might
microphone
do a Christmas
as
special.
it is.
Christmas special about something. Whether I got my electric scooter or not.
No, 'cause I don't
Not
think...
that I want an electric scooter.
Is that what you really want?
No, I don't want an electric... It was because our next door neighbour's got an electric scooter. That's what I was referencing. Because if they'd got an electric scooter when it was snowy, they couldn't have ridden it down to our house or anything, Yeah.
I think you should make a podcast about Sonny's driving as well.
So in our break of podcasting, I crashed my car.
Well, let's not talk about that now, because that's a little bit depressing, isn't it? God. Anyway, come on, we're going to wrap it up now. That's it, because I've
Leave
had
you
my
wanting
tea.
to know more about my crash.
Anyway, look, I wanted to say about this, because I brought these in because at the moment, these are skinny dipped almonds in dark chocolate, and they're made by Grays. I don't know if you can get them. Do you think they're just a Kiwi thing?
We're not sponsored, by the way.
No, of course we're not sponsored. God, it would be nice if we were.
Yeah.
And then we could just sit and eat the chocolates. But if ever you get a chance, if you just like trying to cut back on chocolate, but you still really like chocolate, go and get these. They're not cheap, are they? Like $8 a bag or something. But
okay.
Yeah, they're not cheap. That's why I keep going mad when you have them all the time. You can't just
give me 4 of them.
Yeah, you can't just
four
take handfuls,
whole
Sonny.
almonds.
$8 a pop. I'm not going to go, help yourself. Skinny dipped almonds, dark chocolate. They're absolutely lovely. And Sonny can get by on just 4 a
I don't
night.
understand how we get 4 and then the whole bag empties in 3 days.
I do. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time. And so he's going to send us out.
Yep. So, thank you so much for listening to the It's a Drama podcast. Hopefully you'll join us next time for another episode of talking about things that we might
drivel,
find
really,
helpful.
isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed, please leave us a 5-star review. If you didn't enjoy, well, then don't.
Please stop
And we
saying
won't
that,
see you
Sonny.
next time.
Okay, bye.
All right, we love you all. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining us this week on the podcast. We have loved having you here.
If you guys could subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a 5-star review,
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
that would be absolutely amazing. And make sure to share the podcast with your friends.
And if you'd like to hop over to the blog, find one of the little boxes that ask you to drop your email. I will send you a newsletter every week letting you know when we've released our new podcast. That will go
that'll be nice.
straight into your inbox. So it's www.itsadrama.com.
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you next week for another podcast.
Look forward to it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.